Hey, energy party people. Welcome to another rousing edition of Magic Mondays. And I can do this. I can do this. Do. Let's get a little background music, shall we? That's right. Let's smudge the space. Get it ready. Doing some energy work and some tomfoolery, of course. Smudging the space. Yeah. Give a little extra sludge to Moss from the IT crowd. Okay, why not? It's my show. Okay, before I smoke myself out too much. Wink. Let's put this out. Okay. All right. Cut the music. Okay. Welcome to Magic Mondays. Oh, and hello, energy party people. If I didn't already say that. Not hello. Do I not know my own tagline? Hey, energy party people. Welcome to another rousing episode of Magic Mondays. Hi, Erica. I'm glad you're here. Today's episode is brought to you by my sponsor, eReptile Dysfunction. And it's really exciting. I believe they were my first sponsor when I started a year and a quarter ago or so. And hey, Yvonne, thanks for thanks for showing up. Oh, and I have to write what Yvonne says. Thank you. um, so eReptile dysfunction, they are not just for reptiles anymore. They're now accepting raptor patients. So, not just for your cold-blooded friends. Oh, no, no, no. Now, they accept raptors, and this is so exciting. I'm sorry, I'm a little too excited about this one. Now they're offering raptor, lawful good. Ooh, just zoned out for a second. Oh, yeah. So I had a hard time logging on today. So here's hoping that it works. It doesn't look like my signal's that great, but here's hoping. Hi, Roy. Thanks for being here. So let's go ahead and look at what I've been calling my credo, how I get through life. And that includes we'll just say it, sending tons of love and light to Ukraine. And I grew up calling it the Ukraine. I did not make that up as a child, so it must have been the idiot Americans that taught me. Apparently it's just Ukraine. Anyway, sending tons of love and light to those people. I can't even imagine being in their situation. And God forbid that they create a democracy. When I started feeling, as I'm sure a lot of us were feeling, stuff like not just having compassion for those people that are a million miles away, but when I feel it really strongly in myself, or any kind of upset that I feel like I have no control over, I look at this. Oh, no, so smooth. I can do this. I always come back to this. The universe isn't a conspiracy for my happiness. The universe always has my back or our backs. Let's start over and include everybody. The universe is in a conspiracy for our happiness. The universe always has our backs. Therefore, if it's happening to us, it's happening for us. So, what is the universe bringing to our attention for our highest growth, healing, and happiness? Um, and that includes when the shit is really hitting the fan. And that really helps me find meaning in it because I truly believe when something intense is happening and we see it, and if it really hits when it really hits something extra in me and really riles me up, that's when I really check on it and see what's bubbling up to the surface that has nothing to do ultimately with Ukraine. Um, it has to do with triggering what's inside me that's bubbling up to the surface to be healed, to be looked at, to be energetically addressed so it doesn't have to keep being a thing. Anyway, so that was a little heavy. But here's a little taste of, I think it's cute. You don't have to think this little picture of me is cute, but I just came across it. It's like, why are my eyes so dark? Yeah. I just think it's adorable. And there's a few pictures I found where I'm holding apparently my mom's purse. Um, yeah. And look at my cute little hair and my big cheeks. Okay. Anyway, enough about me right now. Let's get back to me. So let's just see. Well, thank you. Thank you. Yvonne understands. She sees adorableness. Um, how old was I there? I was just trying to figure that out. I'm guessing somewhere between, I'm terrible with like little kid ages since I don't have children. Um, but it has to be sometime clearly before 5. I'm guessing 3 or 4. Anyway, I know there's not going to be a real test. Oh, thanks, Shannon. Shannon says, adorable. I'm glad you're here, Shannon. Oh, and Mary's here. Yay. And let's just get more comments about me. Yay. So thanks, Mary. Yeah. So let's see. What else do we have today? Okay. I picked a Louise Hay card for the group, and let's see what it is. Is it this one? I believe it is. Life supports me. Yeah, I think that just really fits in with making the decision, which I think is a really huge decision to make, is deciding, taking a stand. Do you believe you live in a universe that is supportive and loving and that has your back? Or do you believe it's a cold, chaotic, doesn't give two fucks about you, or even one fuck about you universe? No fucks. The universe gives no fucks. So you can either choose to live in a universe that gives fucks or doesn't give fucks. Um, yeah, I choose to live in a universe, just to say it again, to hit it home. Hope no children tell children to put their earmuffs on. I prefer to live in a universe that has fucks for me. Just saying. Anyway, yeah, so I truly believe we are supported by the universe, even when it looks gross. And that's all, if you know how to look at it and interpret, um, which I'm trying to help you find ways to do, in case you care for my opinion. Yeah, anyway, blah, blah, blah. I appear to, well, obviously I haven't shaved my head again. I'm kind of waiting, I think, unless it turns out real cute at some point, I am going to shave my head soon when it gets warmer. But yeah, I feel like I'm like cultivating a mullet, business in the front, party in the back. Um, yeah, or as one of my deceased boyfriends wrote to me in a letter, in an envelope and everything back in the 80s. For some reason, he put it on the envelope, liquor in the front, poker in the back. Gotta love that. I have dated some class acts because I am a class act, and law of attraction likes like attracting to like. Yeah, let's see. Dave and I started a 3-day fast, so a 72-hour no food fast, only water. Um, uh, okay, so Shannon just was echoing business in the front, party in the back. Exactly, that's the technical definition of a mullet. Um, Shannon, you don't have to stop. You do not have to stop. Please don't. Anyway, so we've started a fast. Um, yeah, water only. So technically we started last night around, let's just say 7:30 or 8 or so. And then we'll eat again when Dave gets home from work, around that time on Wednesday. Um, yeah. So, that's exciting. Some of you might be going, "Ooh, no thank you, not eating." Sometimes I hear people talking about like, "I didn't eat for 10 hours, I'm starving." It's like, "Really? 10 hours? Like, give your body a chance. Like, your body needs to take out the trash, and the older we get, the less of our autophagy is happening on its own, and it really helps to autophagy is your body taking out the trash and keeping you healthy. And when we're eating constantly, 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 there's just not enough trash is getting out, especially as we get older, as I mentioned. So we fast to get into autophagy and go into fat burning for fuel. Blah 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 blah. Anyway, so we're doing that. It feels fine to me so far, of course, because we don't eat breakfast anyway. And I probably won't be feeling any of this until tomorrow sometime, probably tomorrow afternoon, which is the time that sometimes I get a little cranky, to say the least. Oh, yep. Intermittent fasting helps keep Shannon's blood sugar level. Yeah, it really is amazing to fast. Um, Easy for me to say when I'm not feeling it right as we speak. Oh, and not to show off or anything, but I have, well, not that you can see it, but my fingertips are all rough because I did actual physical labor yesterday. We worked in the yard spontaneously. And I don't know if it's the greatest picture, but I don't know if any of you were watching back when I fell in love with our orange tree, and I had a little contest to see what we should name her. And the official name is her official name is Mimosa, but playfully we call her little nickname is Mimi. So this is a picture of Mimi now, and it's really hard to tell, but she was highly overgrown, and Dave went in and cleared a bunch of stuff that didn't belong on her anymore so that all of the food, all the water, and all the nutrients can go up to the remaining blossoms and hopefully create some oranges. That would be great. She does create oranges, but they're a little weird. So we're hoping that this helps her out. Oh, sorry, Shannon. I don't know. Why can't I? I can do this. I swear to God. Okay. Hide picture. Yes. Anywho, what else did I want to show? Oh, so kind of a fun story if you like this shit. Um, the other day, I think it was Wednesday, Dave and I were playing Carcassonne. That's right, Carcassonne. If you don't know what it is, it's kind of I describe it as a middle hmm, like Northern European middle-aged tile game. We've been playing it for our entire relationship. We played it on the floor of a motel, not definitely not a hotel, motel in Mississippi, not too far from Graceland. I think it was Mississippi, right? Anyway, way back in the day when we were driving to move Dave from Alabama to California, and we were driving across the country, and I think that was maybe the first time I ever played Carcassonne. Dave turned me onto it, and we've been playing ever since. And we have silly rules, and we're weirdos, and whatever. So what's my point? Oh, there is a point. It's not about Carcassonne, really. Yeah. Um, So, yes, Dave did just adjust Mimi. Thank you. Yeah, little chiropractic gardening humor. And Karen's here. Hi, Karen. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, so we were playing Carcassonne the other day, and we're super goofy all the time, and we're always busting into super weird voices. And if I couldn't bust into a not good English accent every so often, I would blow my brains out. Oh, that was really extra bad. But I do it all the time, and thank God I'm with a man who doesn't find that horribly unattractive. And there he is, spanking me behind me. Oh, twice behind me. Yeah. So we were playing Carcassonne, and Dave was counting up some points. And it went something like this. Dave said, okay, 16, 17, 18, and these are 4-point properties. So whatever it was times 4. And then he said 72. And I said, oh, 1872. That was a great year, or something like that. Back when women knew their place. And he said, and I said, and he said, oh, those who didn't know their place were witches, were considered witches. And then I threw in, or prostitutes. Ha ha ha. And we're just joking around. And after a moment or two, I realized, like, Why do I feel like I'm about to cry? Um, yeah. And so, since I mentioned last week, I'm really working on being present with how I'm feeling and sitting with it. And sometimes that takes care of it. Sometimes I need to just sit with it for a second and then I clear it. And this one just took care of itself, but this is what happened. Yeah. So I'm like, okay. I tried to suppress it for a second and then I'm like, I shouldn't do that. So I told Dave, okay, something's coming up. I think it has something to do with what we just said about witches. Yeah. And so I told him, as I was explaining this to him, I started just bawling and I'm like, give me a moment. And so I just sat there across the table from him. I kind of put my head down and just let myself feel it. And I cried. Um, Luckily, he knows what's happening because he lives with me and he's familiar with my work. And I just felt it and just it felt horrible. It felt like persecution, I'll just say it. I've cleared enough persecution stuff over the years to know what it feels like. And at one point I felt my throat tightening. And so I just kind of assumed I was hung or something for being a witch or accused of being a witch, whatever. And so I felt through it and then I stopped crying. The tension in my the tightness in my throat lessened and just went away and my whole body went limp. Don't worry, I was able to finish the game, but I felt fine. I wasn't crying anymore. And after a while, the limpness went away. But it's like all the energy drained from my body. It's really visceral. Yeah, and then shortly thereafter, I was a smart person while I was remembering how what happened and how it felt. Um, I came downstairs and wrote a chapter about it and actually read it to my writing group. Thank God for my writing group. Oh my God. It reminds me, like, oh, fuck, I can actually write. Yeah, and I've written a bunch as I've bragged about. Yeah, so anyway, I thought that was kind of interesting. And just a reminder, like, I'm going to go ahead and read this again. I've read it for the last, I think, like 2 or 3 times, but I think it's really worth mentioning. So, a couple of roomy things here. Love Rumi. These pains you feel are messengers. Listen to them. Thanks, Rumi. Um, okay, and let's just read this again. The guest house. This being human is a guest house. Every morning, a new arrival. A joy, a depression, a meanness, some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all. Even if there's a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture, still treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. I love that part. The dark thought, the shame, the malice, meet them at the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whoever comes. Because each of us has been sent as a guide from above. Thanks, Rumi. Okay, yeah. And if it's not clear, I often have the sense of humor of I liken it to a 13-year-old boy. Okay, okay, so just a few more things before that's right, catch is we're all waiting for. Row. Okay, just went out there for a second, but I'm back. Yikes. Yeah, my little indicator. Okay. We're back, I think. Yeah. So I put Jesus. Here I am. Yay, I'm back. A little redder than before because yeah, that's stressful for me. Oh, let's just do it. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. One moment. So, I have to set up a few things, so just bear with me because this is totally worth it. I promise. I promise. Okay, first of all, we're gonna see if there's beard or no beard with Coop today, and then we're catching up with Coop. We're catching up with Coop. Yeah. Okay, so without further ado, yay!
Hey,
Hi, Coop.
hi.
So I can't believe the StreamYard is still going, and I don't know if there was just a black hole there, or anybody could hear me going off about how irritating that was, or
No, it was you started going pretty choppy, like video freezing. You could still hear your audio, and then the audio started dropping, and then it went black, and the picture of the last roomie uh, reading
Mhm.
that you did there popped up and stayed up for the whole time. It was black background and just the roomie thing,
Maybe
and then
Rumi's behind this,
maybe I don't know. I mean, yeah, those Sufi mystics are pretty cool.
right?
Yeah.
Anyway, well, apparently there is beard, a little bit of a beard. I like it.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna trim it last night in the shower, but so my mom was here. I guess this time last week, and um, she helped me organize things, and a lot of things that I can't find still. Like my box of cereal is
Oh
gone.
no, your what?
My box of cereal.
Your box of cereal? Like a
It's sort
box
of a
of
long
cereal?
story. Yeah, at one point she had taken my box of cereal and packed it away in her personal things, not really
What
realizing
kind
what
of
she had
cereal?
done. Raisin Bran Crunch. I mean, and she didn't realize that she had done it.
Okay,
So
all right. I was
and
gonna
then,
say,
so
Marilyn,
we rescued it.
situation.
We both had a bowl of cereal, and then a few days ago I went to go have some cereal. Cereal's gone.
And she's like, "Oopsie, sorry, I
Well,
totally
she
didn't
has
that."
been having some memory problems lately. So she says she
Oh,
doesn't remember taking. Yeah. So, but she doesn't have it there. She says she may have eaten it, but she doesn't remember.
wow. Okay. All
So
right.
yeah, so I couldn't find my electric. I have a Manscaper 3 or whatever
Landscaper.
electric razor.
Awesome.
Yeah, I mostly use it for my face lately.
Most,
Anyway, yes. Oh, you froze again.
yeah.
Oh, you
Oh,
froze
good
for
for
just a
you.
second there. Okay, you're back. So, but yeah, I may have occasion to do some manscaping in the near future.
Well, good for you. That's awesome. Oh, well, you don't need to know about my ladyscaping. But I went to my salon and my manscaper does a really lovely job. Anyway, TMI, TMI, TMI.
Well, I
Um,
went. Um, so I know a little bit something about. Well, have you ever heard of or tried? I don't know. I'm not. Waxing is very painful. Have you ever heard of or tried sugaring? Basically,
no, I've heard of it.
it goes
Like,
back to I guess Egyptian times as a way to defoliate or whatever. So yeah, yeah, and just I know that yeah, uh, it's it's good, I guess. So anyway,
I just wonder. Yeah, I haven't gone to Brazil for a while,
okay.
like for a long time, and that was just with wax, and I thought it was actually not that bad,
Hmm.
surprisingly. Um, yeah, and I've heard of sugaring, but I just haven't gone to do it. And so is it any less painful? I mean, if you're still yanking out hair,
Yeah, well,
it's important stuff.
well, yeah. I mean, I never had it done myself, but someone I know does it regularly,
Mhm.
and yeah, she says yes, it is a lot. It is still not as hurty, but when it is done, it's done. It's not this. You didn't take off any skin. You know, it's not sensitive for a few days and that kind of thing. It's like you're ready to go right away, basically.
Oh, I was always ready to go too.
Yeah. Okay. Oh,
Oh
and
my.
some people are more sensitive to that. But yeah, the wax will take skin off too, apparently sometimes. So
Well, I don't think it did in my. Well, maybe I just had a really good person. Yeah.
it does. It depends a lot on the how
The ripper of
firm,
the.
how firm the
Yeah.
hair is. People have different kinds and textures of hair, and you need different kinds of waxes and sugars for that kind of stuff. I guess. So
Yeah.
anyway, so,
Anywho.
and if you could, we could back up a little bit. So like dieting is different than fasting, obviously. But I was always told you don't want to like not eat at all because people that if as you decrease your caloric intake, your basal metabolic rate will adjust downwards to basically you go into famine mode where your body will burn muscle and try to preserve its fat. But you've been able to train your body to burn fat. If you could go a little bit, how is that process? You just
Oh God.
fast, and the first few times it doesn't go very well, and then eventually your body will adapt.
Well, fasting in the past was definitely harder than it is now. And I've got most of us have plenty of fat to burn.
Yeah. Well,
Um, yeah. So, uh,
but
I
what
don't
I'm
know
saying,
why I'm
people
like,
that don't eat, they'll gain even more fat. If you look at a body fat percentage, their body will try to preserve their fat at all costs to the point
well, that
cannibalizing
doesn't
lean
sound
muscle
like
tissue.
fasting for a couple days. That sounds like you're in a concentration camp or something. But I
Yeah,
don't know. I
I don't
just
either.
I
I,
just
I,
know.
I don't do I don't I don't have that problem. So
Yeah. Yeah. I don't even know what to say about that, and I'm like a little wigged out by the connection here. Um, yeah, and ah!
no,
yeah,
so
I
you
don't feel like
literally
I can answer any important fasting questions right now. But we eat for a lot of reasons, and nourishment is one of them. I think we're led to believe. I had a theory the other day as I was brushing my teeth or something glamorous, and it just occurred to me, it's like, okay, like people eat a lot, like, and frequently, and some people even get up in the middle of the night to eat. And if that's the case, there's something going on there that needs to be addressed.
yeah.
But anyway, yeah, if you feel like, oh, I just have to eat, that's just my body, I have to eat all the time, there's something awry. That's not right. It ain't right. And what was my point? God damn it. Was thrown off my game by all this technical bullshit. Um,
No,
um,
that.
um,
Oh, it's still kind of going on. You just
yeah, I
froze there.
wonder if there's somebody trying to get my attention. Hold on one second. Yeah, you keep freezing too. All right. Well, let's just do this and see if we can. And if I tune out again before the healing part, I will do a recording for anybody who would like to watch that later. Um, yeah, I feel like I can't hold a thought right now. So sometimes that's my indicator that somebody's trying to get my attention. So let's find out. All right, my name is Colleen. Nope. Okay. I'm testing as someone else. Yep. Okay. This is a human on the planet. Nope. This is somebody purely and non-physical. Yep. Okay. This is somebody from the light, somebody from the light, somebody from the light. Yep. Somebody from the dark. Nope. Okay. Is it one of these guys? Oh, it is. Okay. So this is a male. No, this is a female. Yes, okay. And this is somebody I know. Yeah, okay. Is this Daria? No. Is this Star? Oh, Star. So Star, she's a cohort of Lon and Hall. And Hall's shown up a few times recently, and so has Lon, and so has Star. Anyway, so let's see what Star has to say. So, Star, do you have something for the group? You do. Okay. This is something on my master menu, something on my newer menu. This is something Star specific. Yep. Okay. Star specific. Okay. And Star, this is safe and appropriate for the group. Yep. And from the light. Yes. Are we ready? Yes. Okay. So if you're playing along and want to soak up the vibes that Star is laying down, just relax. You can't do it wrong. Here we go. I'm going to close my eyes and hold space. And if it's not obvious, or if you haven't tuned in to see who Star is, she's not from this planet. Ooh. I trust her implicitly. We have a long history. Maybe she showed up just to calm me the fuck down. Star, have you completed what you had to give to the group? Yes. Anything else? Nope. Are we complete with you? Yes. Thanks, Star. Okay. Yeah. So fasting good. Okay. Yeah. But you can train yourself to not have to eat all the time. And and if you're eating things that are filled with sugar or high carbs, that just promotes eating more and more and more. And when you change your diet, you find you just don't have to eat so often. Like it's baffling to me to watch people like just eat all that, like they're just constantly just loading it in, and it just doesn't give your body a chance to take out the trash. And fasting can be a little uncomfortable. Like I said, tomorrow I'll probably be a bitch. Well, I might. Um, but it really is worth it. And losing a few pounds, just especially as a girl, is really nice. Um, yeah, being a girl's hard. Okay. Yeah.
I don't
So,
think so.
um, 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 and I hope people heard me, or maybe they didn't. Maybe I said it. I was trying to film another thing that I don't know if it went live on Facebook or not. Whatever. When we broke down here, but Tommy Chong's CBD oil, we really like it. I'm just reviewing it because I mentioned it the other day, that we'd started it, and we just ordered a second round. So there you go. Okay. Blah blah blah.
Now, how actually do you ingest? Is it like you just
Under your tongue.
okay, sublingual?
Yeah, sublingual. Yes, big words. And Dave feels like it's helping him sleep, which is great. And I prefer, like, the sleep one is nice. It's like nice sweet dreams or something is what it's called. And the other one's called good vibes. And that one we take just first thing in the morning. And it doesn't get you high or anything. Oh, nerds. But yeah, it's really nice. And it just, I don't know, I think it just kind of smooths some of the edges. Just saying.
Actually, I
And if
tried. I
anybody
just I only know CBD as it's like, well, it's what you take. It doesn't make you high. It's what you take when you're too high. If you had too many
oh,
edibles, and you're feeling spinny or nauseous, that you take CBD to it stops
really?
the THC from getting absorbed. Yes, it's like the
So a cannabis product has its own cannabis
antidote
product cure.
built into it. Yeah, that's why it's like impossible to you can't smoke too much. It's impossible to overdose. At least smoking. Yeah, you can if you like. I used to buy this brand of cookie called Korova, and on their wrapper it had this big say, "You can always eat more. You can't eat less," because that's the problem with edibles. Sometimes you eat too much, and it can make you really kind of nauseous and spinny and feel really gross. And if you get that part,
I've been there.
they'll have little CBD capsules on hand just in case. If you have too much, it's like, oh, I'm gonna pop one of those, and it takes about 20 minutes, and you're feeling normal again.
Well, then I have to
There you
share
go.
a time when I ate. Well, I've had a couple times where I ate too much because, like, this is good. More is better, right?
Mhm.
Even when I was warned, Colleen, stop eating those cookies. Um, yeah, it was a long time ago. And let's just say I spent like the next couple days mildly uncomfortably stoned.
Yeah.
Not good. Um, yeah, and I got way too high the first time I smoked, or maybe a second time with my now deceased boyfriend. Rest in peace, Doug.
No.
Back in the day, God, we used to always fight about him smoking pot, like in high school. I remember him coming to trig class, first period, stoned. Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh.
Exactly.
Yeah, but anyway, we fight all the time about marijuana's bad and good. Yeah,
Okay.
it was so great to reconnect with them within the last several years, so I could say, "Sorry, I'm a fan now too. I'm sorry for all that persecution." Um, yeah,
It
but
was
I
the
did.
80s.
What's that?
It was the 80s. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it was, huh? Wow, that was a long time ago.
So yeah, pop punk was
Um,
still pretty, very underground and yeah.
but what was I going to say? A few years ago, in my 50s, like I had gone to a dispensary and I wanted to try some edible something. And so I had them suggest something. And then this for the bud tender, it's like, oh, well, people like this. And it was like, uh, ugh. Still makes me feel sick to think about it, but it was just like a little packet, like this big, like so weird. Um, Not a huge packet of it might have been sweetened like peanut butter, but oh my God, I thought it was one serving. I forget how many servings it actually was. And I didn't even care about it. I'm like, I just casually started eating it. Like I'd made dinner, it was in the oven. I was waiting for Dave to get home. I had nothing else to do. And I'm casually just fucking around on my phone and eating it. Never again. And by the time Dave got home a little while later, I'm sitting on the couch, cannot move. And I told him, okay, I'm just going to tell you right now, I am way too stoned. I'm not going to be able to move. Dinner's in the oven. I'm glad you're home to get it. And next thing I know, I moved over to another couch that was closer to the bathroom, luckily.
Yeah.
Um, and then I don't know if would it really be projectile vomiting? Not really, but vomiting, spoiler.
Mhm.
If you're eating, put down your food. Yeah. And I like, and I think only a little leaked out before I got to the few steps to the bathroom. And as I was throwing up, I was almost laughing because I knew I did this to myself. This is all my fault. All my fault. And then Dave later is like, read the package and like, this is like 4 or 6 servings.
Yeah.
Ugh. Oh God. Sometimes a good thing can be too much.
Yeah. No, it's not an uncommon story, especially as things became legal. And edibles are much more prevalent now than they were back when it was illegal. I think it's because people had more access and had more freedom to cook with it. So yeah, a lot of people were got in trouble with edibles because it's a lot different than smoking. And yeah, so I have little bit of CBD on hand just in case. So
Well, cool.
just for times like that. Anything like that, take some CBD.
Well, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So good to know. Well, let's do some healing. Yeah. So I'm so sorry, people, that this happened, but well, it's not my fault that the internet got weird for me. It must be the horrible weather. I'm just kidding. In Southern California. Oh, Mary's back, and she says, "Hi, Coop, glowing again."
I'm going, I guess.
Oh, glowing. She said
Glowing.
glowing.
I
So,
know, because a week or two ago she said I was glowing.
oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mary.
I'm
Okay.
feeling pretty smart. I don't know why, but yeah, I'm feeling I have all the same challenges that I have had, and nothing's changed, but I'm not feeling bad about it today anyway. So
Good. Yay. New day, new you. Okay, let's do some healing for the group. Was there anything else you wanted to say? Like we're not going to see you next week.
yeah, no, not next week. No, I guess I don't. I wanted to get another Joseph Campbell quote ready, but I didn't do that even.
How
So
dare you? Well, maybe next time.
okay,
Um, and I just have to
yeah,
say,
yeah,
I keep catching, this is important. Like, oh, I'm like
yeah.
getting like Polly on Paulie, not Polly, Polly from the Sopranos, and he had his like, didn't he call him his wings? Like he had his like dark,
I have
but then his furry wings.
horrible cowlicks. Either I need
Oh
to like
my
let
God,
it grow really really long or cut it really really short.
yeah,
I'm right in between right now.
I've got some bad cowlicks too. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, I know this is very healing. I hope this is helping folks. And I just want to thank
It's helping out.
anybody. Well, I know only 2 of you are watching at the very moment, this one moment, but anybody who watches this in the future, I'll say it again next week, but probably if I think of it. But thank you, everyone, and thank you, especially you, Coop, for really helping me get clear on why I'm doing my show and to not trip on how many people are watching at one moment or not. And yeah, that really helped me because, well, especially now that the show got interrupted and yeah,
Yeah,
thank
I
you
mean,
so
I guess
much.
as long as it helps me. So I'm gonna show up. I don't care if anybody's watching. I guess it helps me to be here. So
Yeah, and even if it was just the 2 of us, we would have fun.
yeah, yeah.
We've
I
had
think
fun throughout
it would be
the many
worthwhile.
years, so, yeah. Anyway, so as I keep threatening, let's do some, oops, sorry, I just looked at my phone like a dumbass. Okay, so she says with love for herself. Um, Yeah. Oh, and I'll just say, just to interrupt one more time, we're looking to plan a trip up to Sacramento sometime in the spring. So maybe
Okay.
sometime around your birthday, Coop,
Oh,
or
that'd be nice.
yeah, and Mary and Roy. I hope we get to see you again. That was really fun last time.
Yeah, that was nice.
When we had our very tiny little party
Just
um, at Sadie's house. Um, yeah. So okay, seriously, let's do some healing. Let's do okay. So, my name is Colleen. Yep. Okay. It's safe and appropriate to do some healing for the group. Yes. Should we start with the grounding? Okay, we're going to start with the grounding. We're going to start by grounding us up from our root chakras. Yes. Okay. And I'm just going to throw it out there because magic happens in mysterious ways. I'm also holding energy. I'll start crying. God damn it! I made it through the whole time with before crying.
okay.
50
Nice.
minutes. Um, Yay me! Like tears are horrible or something.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
not
pardon me.
all tears are.
But I'm holding space for um, adding to magic, healing, hope, peace for Ukraine. Anyway, and the people especially. Yeah. So we're gonna ground through our root chakra. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, root chakra, like around your tailbone area, if you want a location. We're going to, and the color is red of that chakra. So we're going to think of a nice bright red light, ball of light at your root chakra. And we're gonna picture that expanding, expanding, expanding throughout your entire being, out into the however to say it, out into the universe. And then we're sending that energy down, down, down into beautiful Mother Earth, Gaia. Exchange some energy with her and bring it up through our feet, up through our energy fields. And while that's circulating, we're going to open our crown chakras and allow in the cosmic energy to come swirl through our energy fields and meet up with Gaia energy. And I just think of that's like we're creating a connection of heaven on earth and we're the interface. So that being said, all right. Are there any dead people? Are there any dead people that would like a quick exit strategy? Yep. Okay. So calling all dead people. So any watching now or in the future, this is your time to move on to the light. Oh, hi, Mimi. Thanks for joining us. I cannot believe this show kept going. I'm so impressed. Like, I'm glad I checked again. Sheesh. Because I'd gone to Facebook and that wouldn't come up. It's like, "Ugh." Anywho. Okay. So all dead people are ready. Okay. So Jesus, let's take them home. Give us a moment. Sending dead people to the light. Any dead people that are ready to go? No questions asked. Okay. So, do we successfully release these dead people to the light? Yep. Thanks, Jesus. Okay. So, why can't I get my pendulum on camera? What's happening? Okay, whatever. That's not needed. Okay. Why am I tripping? Okay. So, is there something else energetic we can do for the group? Yes. This is on my master menu. No. This is on my newer menu. Yes. Okay. This is, oh, let me get it out. That would help. All right. So we're gonna do some mystery work. We're gonna do some mystery work. Oh, that is a yes. Okay. Um, and this mystery work is for the entire group, those watching now or in the future. Yep. Um, is there a particular subject I need to be aware of? Nope. Okay. This is safe and appropriate from the light for everybody watching now or in the future. Yep. Okay. Give me a moment. If there's something coherent to report, I will. If not, we'll just move on. So here we go. Okay, let's see if we finish that. All right, did we complete that history work? We did. It felt like sweeping out a bunch of stuff that wasn't important anymore. That's how it felt. Okay, so is there something else we can do energetically for the group today? Yes, this is on my master menu. No, this is on my newer menu. No, is this a vow? It's on my vow pages. So all right. This is on page 1. It is. This is a personal vow. Yes. Okay. And this is for the group. Yes. Okay. This is on page 1. Sorry. In column A. No. In column B. Column B. Okay. This is in an odd numbered row. No. This is in an even numbered row. Yes. Okay. This is in row 2, 4, 6, 8. 8. Okay. A vow of perfection. Oh my gosh. I feel like I put something on here. One moment. Is it this? No. Is it this? Progress is more important than perfection. Oh my gosh, that is so true. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I need to remember that as I'm writing my book. Progress is more important than perfection. Seriously, if I published just what I've written so far, I think it would help a lot of people. So I need to fucking relax and just get this fucker done. But anyway, enough about my book. Okay. So a vow of perfection. Any of you have that particular disease of needing to be perfect and like, oh, so story of my life. Yeah, and you can tell by how I look so perfect and I do everything so perfectly, right? So
Yes,
yeah,
obviously.
yeah, you're perfect. Okay, so it's safe and appropriate to go ahead and clear this for the group watching now or in the future. Yep, safe and appropriate from the light. Yeah, okay. Give me a moment. Okay. Did we successfully clear this vow of perfection for the group watching now and in the future? Yep. Okay, so if that was for you, that was for you. All right, so let's see. Well, okay, we have a few minutes. So, is there something else we can do for the group energetically today? Rose? Okay, this is on my master menu. No, this is on my newer menu. No, is this another vow? Yeah. Okay, this is on page 1. Nope. Okay, so we're looking at one of the hidden ancestral vows. So let's see what category it's showing up in. So this is on page 1. No, this is on page 2. This is on page 3. Page 3. Okay. This is a hidden ancestral vow? No. A deciphering hidden ancestral vow? Yes. Okay. Let's see what the name of it is. This is a deciphering hidden ancestral vow of anger, disrespect, unsupported, unacknowledged, reboot, pentagram, no. Alchemy Rampage? No. Deciphering. Okay, well, this one went to the School of Redundancy School, and it's a deciphering hidden ancestral vow called deciphering. All right, a little too on the nose. Okay, it's safe and appropriate to clear this hidden ancestral vow called a deciphering hidden ancestral vow called deciphering for the group watching now or in the future. Yep, this is safe and appropriate from the light. Yep, are we ready? We are. Relax, and you can't do it wrong, I promise. Here we go. All right, did we successfully clear this deciphering hidden ancestral vow called deciphering for the group? Yes. Okay. Yeah, magic happens in mysterious ways. So you just take that and run with it, whatever, whoever, whatever. What I'm trying to say. Yeah, my show breaking down, I have not recovered yet from it, obviously. So I'm not being the perfect, smooth host that I usually am.
Exactly.
Yeah. And speaking of magic happening in mysterious ways, I did a session for somebody recently. It was a mini session, so I did it all on my own and sent them the recording. And she'd been having basically UTI symptoms for over a year. What the fuck?
Yikes.
What
Wow.
in the fuck? And her doctors couldn't find anything, blah, blah, blah. So finally she contacted me and I believe it's gone now. But anyway, and that was dear to my heart because well, we don't need to go into it now. But I thought I called it urethral discomfort. And it turns out I just had a ton of anger in me. Um, and releasing that anger led to Dave basically telling me that he wanted to spend his life with me. And then it was gone. Just saying. And I shared all that with her, and I didn't hear from her for like a week. But then just the other day, she sent me a message saying, "Thank you so much. I finally realized what I'd been overlooking, and I needed to basically, I believe, get angry about." And yeah, magic happens in mysterious ways. Um, okay, so is that sufficient for the group today? It is. And I'll just throw it out there. If anybody would like to experience a mini session, which is a half hour of energy work, I do it all on my own. You let me know what you want me to look at. And I usually the fee for that is $75, but I'm offering it for $50 if you watch this show. And even if you've had one in the past, I'm happy to honor that again. Yeah. But check out if you'd like, excuse me. I don't know what am I belching about? Like I haven't eaten, I promise. Yeah. But if you want to check out my website, energyhealingwithcolleen.com, and you can see what sessions are all about, and there's some articles and videos, etc. And if you've got anything going on with you, whether it's physical or emotional or whatever, or a pattern you just can't get out of, um, have you checked it energetically? And if you don't know what that means, sign up for a mini session. See if that might help. Anyway, blah blah blah. And just since I'm here, I also keep talking about how kick-ass my session with Mimi was, my astrology reading recently, and it's just been the gift that keeps on giving, and it was so helpful. And yeah, and GaiaBlooming.com is her website, but the best place to get a hold of her is mimiclark@gmail.com. Okay, so that being said,
One other
um,
thing,
mhm.
I can interject. I meant to be up earlier. It used to be the Ukraine until 1991 when the Soviet Union collapsed. That's when they became just Ukraine. So people are still just
Oh,
transitioning over
okay.
from the Ukraine to Ukraine. And just a heads up, the Czech Republic is changing its name to Czechia.
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 Because yeah, the Czech Republic is kind of a mouthful. So yeah, hi, I'm a Czech Republican. It doesn't really roll off the tongue. So yeah, I'm a Czechian.
Sounds kind of
Or
gross,
Czech.
especially
Czech.
yeah.
Czechia. So yeah. Anyway, now I get
Oh,
that
well,
straight.
good to know. Thank you. Well, then there is a reason why we would call it
Yes.
the Ukraine.
Yes.
Okay.
As it was
Yeah.
for most of our lives. Yes.
So anyway, well, thank you, Coop, for being here, and we'll
Thanks
miss
for
you
having me.
next week. And hope to see you the week after. And
Yes.
thank you, everybody. And I love and appreciate you. Thanks for showing up. And I'll see you next week.
Bye,
So
everybody.
bye. Bye.